Hello guys, how are you doing today? It's a pleasure having you here. If you can hear me, do let me know. It's a pleasure having you guys here. And of course, what we do on a regular is talk about the market. We're going to be looking at the dollar, the DXY as usual. We're going to talk about it, find out what's going on with the dollar, as the dollar tends to move the market for the major currency pairs. And that's what we're going to be doing. The major currency pairs, gold, and a bit of Bitcoin, right? So I need your feedback first of all, that the audio is good to go, then we can proceed accordingly, right? So it's a pleasure having you guys here. So how have you guys been? How have you guys been? Today is the 1st of August. It's a new month. Happy new month to everybody. How have you guys been? Trust you guys are doing good. Awesome, awesome. Some of you guys are just joining us. We're going to wait a bit for you guys to settle down. But I need your feedback as usual, that you can hear us and the audio is good to go. And then we will proceed accordingly, right? It's always a pleasure having you guys here. And we are looking at the majors, that is Euro USD, Pound USD, the AUD USD, NZD USD, USD Swiss, CHF, USD JPY, USD CAD, gold, and Bitcoin, right? If you have been following us for a while, you know we talk about the Bitcoin as well as a crypto. We also look at gold, right? Gold is one that traders like to get involved with. So we also look at the gold. And then, of course, we look at Euro USD and the rest. And that's why we are using the dollar index as a gauge, as a way to follow up on what's happening in the market, right? We're looking at gold as a way to follow up with what's happening in the market, right? It's a pleasure having you guys here. I'm streaming live on my YouTube channel and also on the Trading Live platform as well. It's a pleasure having you guys. I can't really see any comment from anybody yet. Not sure if I'm audible enough or if there is a technical difficulty. Whatever the case is, I'll try to wait a bit and see, hopefully it gets rectified. And if not, I'll just give you guys some information and then I call it a day. Okay, so what we have in front of us is the dollar. But before we jump into the dollar, if you are already conversant to what we do here, we tend to look at the calendar first of all, right? And this is the calendar for the week. So we look at the calendar for the week. You remember I said that this is the first of the new month, August. And that means that Friday, first Friday of every new month is when we tend to have the NFP, the unemployment rate, which is very key data for the CAD and also for the dollar. And you know, we focus majorly on the dollar, the DXY. And this will be a good one, and we should be expecting some volatility in the market this week. Today is Tuesday, August 1st. And of course, by 3 p.m. UK time, that's in about approximately 1 hour from now, we're going to be having news come out for the dollar, the manufacturing PMI, the job openings, and of course, it's going to bring out some volatility. Yes, it's going to bring out some volatility. We already have some good volatility that came out for the AUD much earlier in the morning, right, at about 5:30 a.m., right? And this is obviously when the news comes out, and that is during the Sydney session. We have the Sydney, Tokyo, London, and New York sessions, right? 4 sessions. So the news that came out for the Aussie, we're expecting 4.35, but we got something lower. We got the exact same rate as of the last time, 4.10, and we had 4.10 now as expected to a forecast of 4.35, which is much lower. And of course, what happened to the AUD? The AUD fell. It was on the sell. It was red, as you can see, red over here. And we always say it depends on the color that you have that will determine the movement and all. So we had it as red, right? And then the AED tanked heavily. I hope nobody got injured by the AED. I can show you a couple of AED charts like the AED USD, that the Euro AED, that the Pound AED, what has been happening from yesterday and today. Yesterday, we had the market take off in a particular direction. And then, of course, we had the news, right, for this morning, 5:30 a.m., which reversed the entire move from yesterday, which was actually crazy. I'll try and pop up one or two charts on that and then show you exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, I can see we're here now. It's a pleasure having you guys here. Cora Edwards said they just want to be quiet, maybe. Thank you for commenting. So that means that the audio and my visuals is good to go as well. Dylan said, how are you doing? I'm doing good. How are you doing as well? How is everybody doing? It's always a pleasure having you guys here. Michael said, yes, it's the 3 months of me being here. Oh, Michael Henrietta, I'm always saying I know your name, especially the Henrietta, Mike Henrietta. He said, yeah, it's the 3 months of you being here. Have we been doing this for 3 months longer? I'm not really sure. I can't even remember myself. Date is something that I need to try to keep up with. But it's good if you've been with us for 3 months. That is absolutely awesome. How you've been learning a lot, how you've been able to grow, right? I hope your trading has improved a bit and let us know. And Cora said, yeah, the non-farm payroll, yeah, the NFP coming out this Friday, first Friday of every new month. Joe Catherine, I know your name too. Yeah, I would expect some high impact data coming out this week. Yeah, this week is filled right from today, Tuesday, right? And even tomorrow, we have data coming out for the USD, the ADP. Thursday, we have data coming out for the USD as well, the unemployment claims, and Friday, of course, the big one, the NFP. So expect volatility throughout this week for the dollar. And we're going to show you what's happening with the dollar now, because the dollar is already giving off its directional bias, but also follow. I'm going to show you that in a bit. Okay. Sophia said, would this be as volatile as the everyday volatile market? Well, I really can't say. That's for the market to decide. For me as a trader, I don't try to predict how volatile it will be. What I try to do is to wait for the market to act and then I react. There's some news that come out that you might be expecting it to be very, very volatile, super volatile, but it's just rather meek. Right? I'll give you an example. Like now, the big one is NFP on Friday. Most people know NFP, that is going to be like a thunderstorm, right? So most times the news, high impact news for the dollar building up to the NFP might not be so explosive at times. And then when the NFP comes, then it's explosive. Meanwhile, some news before the NFP is explosive, and when the NFP comes, might not be that explosive. So it's not a fixed expectation as such. Okay. Rod Fred said, yeah, but I didn't trade this unfortunately. I was talking about the AUD. I'm going to show you guys soon. But yes, when the data came out, I believe I was asleep. I can't even remember because I'm on Pacific time. The truth now is that on Mondays, I don't really trade Mondays, right? So I normally have like a long weekend. I don't really trade Mondays. So I wasn't really paying attention to it. But I first of all took note of the first crazy move on the AUD pairs. I was on Monday. I was even expecting to be just a little pullback and a continuation. But then the AUD news that came out, it had other plans, and that was the rate statement, and it was a full pullback. It retraced everything on Monday. Okay. Expecting the inflation number to be lower. Yeah, that was what happened. Okay, you guys are saying you didn't take the AUD pairs. If obviously you are in like Europe or Nigeria, Africa, thereabout, then of course 5:30 a.m. will probably be the time that you're maybe just waking up or you're still asleep thereabout. Or if you're in Pacific, probably it would have been your own nighttime, right? Or whatever the case might have been. Okay. Let me see some other comments coming in. Most times the comments rush me, so I'm not able to keep up. And of course, I try to keep this as fast, as short as possible, so that we are able to reward this and probably, by the time you watch it more than once, probably something sticks better to you. Omar Bloom, yeah, I know your name too, you're always here. Seems it's going to be a very busy week. Yes, you guessed right. A lot of data on the USD. We're expecting some volatility this week. Rory said the only thing I'm trading is the Dow Jones. Okay, great. Look at the Dow Jones. Dow Jones, S&P 500, and the Nasdaq, they tend to move alike. So I would say you can look at the three for correlations. If Dow Jones doesn't give you the entry you're looking for, probably the S&P 500 or the NASDAQ might probably will, right? You could check into those three as well and see the correlation, and then hopefully you can take advantage of that. Okay. Let's dive into the charts now. We've just talked about the news, that we have news coming out approximately like 49 minutes from now. And that news today, first of the month, happy new month again, is the manufacturing PMI and then the job openings as well. I'm going to clean this up now. I'm going to clean this up and I'm going to switch over to the charts. I'll just breeze through the charts for the dollar, first of all, and then breeze to the charts for a few majors, and then look at your questions, your comments, and then call it a day. I'm not going to take much of your time. If you guys are aware, I've been saying that I'll be out of town, at least my own town, this week. My flight is going to be tomorrow, right? I'm going to be heading down to the UK. So obviously we won't be having a session tomorrow because I'll be in transit. And if we do have on Thursday, depending on the time I get there, maybe on Thursday or Friday, we could meet up. I'll be on a different time zone. And because I'll be on a different time zone, this session we're having now is obviously starting from 2 p.m. UK time, which is New York. This is the New York session. So I might just switch over to London. So that means that it might be a bit earlier because I probably might not have time during the afternoon where I would be in London. So I might probably switch over to London session. I might have this probably like 8, 9 a.m. thereabout, if we're going to have any, if we're going to have. I'll try to pop in and just check up on you guys and find out how you're doing, how your trading is. But tomorrow I'll be in transit for about, I think, 12, 13 hours. I have a bit of layover in Toronto as well. But I'll let you guys know how that goes probably to Thursday. Let's see how Thursday, Friday goes. This is the dollar here, the DXY from the hourly time frame. You guys should already know I like the H1. It's rather clear, and it gives me what I want to look at the end of the day. It's not too fast, not too slow for me. This is the H1 here. It's in the middle of all the time frames. We have 9 time frames from 1 minute all the way down to the 1 month. So we have 4 here, and then we have 4 here. So the one in the middle is not too fast, not too slow, and I really like it. This is the DXY. You can see now it's painting an upward movement here, an upward trend. What I would like to see is the market pull back to this area here of resistance, which should not act as support. So I'll be looking for longs. I'll be looking for buy positions on the dollar, that is, and then to take it up. So that means that for the dollar, if you're not trading the DXY directly, you can use this to trade the Euro USD all the way down to gold, right? Because they all have a sort of correlation. Some have more correlation than other majors, right? While some inversely, that is, move in the opposite direction, while some move in the same direction, right? So this is the dollar here, guys. Sorry, I'm going to come over to your comments. I'm sure I have some comments here, but I'm just focusing on the charts for a bit. So I breeze through the charts and then I come back to your comments as well. I'm going to clean this up and I'm going to show you the next one, the Euro USD. Remember we said we're looking for a pullback in order to buy the dollar. That means that we want to sell the Euro USD. And as we want to sell the Euro USD, we're looking for a pullback to this area here where we had former support, then acted as resistance. So here will be our area of interest. One thing you need to know is wait for your area of interest, which I call A, wait for the reaction, which I call R, and wait for your trigger in order to enter. So I have like my own little, I coined it as the art of trading, ART, right? ART, the art of trading, right? That makes it easy for me to look at the market. Some of you might be new or might be struggling. You might not really have full understanding of what I'm talking about, but let me put it this way. I like to break down my trading so it's easy for me and you don't see too many things on my chart. My chart's always pretty empty. At times I might not even have lines or I might have rectangles, something like this on my chart. Because this one, I use it to cover the area because it's an area we're trading and not a price point. So whether I use horizontal line or I use this one, that's basically what you'll be seeing on my chart, representing support and resistance based on price action. So I would like to see price get back to this area here, support, then resistance, like a flip zone. Then here underneath should act as resistance. Wait for my trigger. Trigger could be your engulfings, your pin bars, hammers, inside bars, or whatever you use. Could even be chart patterns. So you enter here to sell and then take it back down here and then see whether it's a break or bounce from here, whether it bounces or breaks and give you more profit if you can get an entry here. So this is what I'm looking out for the Euro USD based on the dollar. So we'll see how it plays out. Don't forget that this week is going to be volatile, extremely volatile every day. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we have high impact news for the USD. You need to tread with caution. Do not jump the gun. Wait for the market to come to you. Do not be that aggressive. This is the Euro USD here. Hope you guys were able to take a screenshot of that. You guys were able to take a screenshot. And of course, for other ones, we should be looking forward to a pullback and then what? A pullback and then a sell. So GBP USD, a pullback to either here or here or here. So either one is going to pull back to. I'm going to be looking forward to selling, wait for the reaction, and then wait for the trigger. Some of you might be wondering, how can I learn all of this, right? We are going to be having a 5 days training this month, and that's going to be on the 21st. We're going to be having a 5 days training this month, and that's going to be on the 21st. So from the 21st to 25th of this month, that should be more, I won't say the last week, it's the second to the last week of this month we're going to be having it. So if you're interested, you can join us for that to learn some more, because some of you are new, some of you are struggling, don't really understand the business as such, and we can help you, because we're going to be treating the business from the very foundation, from the very beginning, how to use the software to open, close, modify trades, how to analyze the market using the fundamentals, technicals, risk management calculation for your volume, for your lot size, trading plan, trading journal, how to control your emotions, how to avoid unnecessary losses. We're going to look at everything in detail. So if you're interested, I'll drop the link now, then I'll drop the link towards the end, as people are always in my DM asking for mentorship, asking for training, they want to learn and so on. So I'll drop the link now. You can go over the link and you can subscribe. The first 30 people to subscribe, as I always say, or I've been saying rather, they will get access to my trading course for 30 days. I'll give my trading course video tutorials recorded already, talking about everything. We have access to it for 30 days for even further learning as well. So I just talked about the Euro USD. I've talked about the GBP USD. The other instruments that we can talk about as well. The yen has also been one of interest to me for a little while now, and it's still of interest here, as I would like to see. Remember the dollar over here? We're waiting for a pullback for it to come down, and then goes up. But the same thing applies to the USD JPY. I'm waiting for a pullback, and then we get an entry here. Here happens to be resistance. You can see it acted as support a bit here. So the key area of interest for me personally is where I like to ambush the market, is where I like to set my trap, and then when the market gets back here, I jump in. Right, so let me just dive into your comments quickly. As I always say, we try our best not to take much of your time. Let me see, where did I stop on the comment section? Sorry, I obviously will not be able to go over everybody's comments. I think I can see some new names here as well. If you're joining us for the first time, you are welcome. If you are entirely new to the business of trading, you are welcome as well. If you are struggling, you are welcome. You're all welcome, guys. It's a pleasure having you guys here. Okay. John Ray said, it so happened to the Japanese yen pairs, they reversed everything. Yes, Japanese pairs were crazy last week. For me, they were the highlights of last week because of what happened to Japanese pairs, because I normally check strictly the majors, and I decided to start keeping an eye on the minors. So I started looking at the minors a bit more. When it comes to the yen, like the USD JPY, I started looking at the Euro JPY, the Pound JPY, and a few other yens from last week. And then this week, I've been looking a bit at Euro AUD, Pounds AUD, apart from the majors, just to give me a better understanding of the reaction to a particular currency. Okay, Padiwa said, yeah, the dollar is going to have its interesting moves. Yes, expect some whipsaws, expect the spread to increase at different intervals, expect slippage, expect some things to happen. So make sure you protect your account accordingly. Your money in your own account is better than your money in somebody else's account, right? That is a statement I like to say. So that would help you to tread with caution. Okay, let me go over the remaining comments. do we have any investments to end the year? What do you mean, Nicholas Atchison? What do you mean? Do you have any investments to end the year? Okay. Yeah, since there's news as usual. Yeah, there's news as usual, Albus. Let's see. Okay, Olivia, we've checked the Euro USD and pounds. We'll check some other ones. This is the USD JPY in front of you here. More comments from you guys. Let me see. Kennedy said, all right, I would prepare since I have your notification. Yes, you guys can turn on the notification for me from either the YouTube. If you are following me on the YouTube, you can find me on CSA Forex. I'll drop the link to my YouTube channel as well. You can find me on CSA Forex. That's the name of my academy, right? CSA Forex. So I'm going to drop the link for you now to my YouTube channel. So you guys can subscribe and then, of course, watch the videos. I'll also be popping in new videos talking about like the NFP, talking about other things. I need to jump on that and do some short videos as well to help everybody out. So I've just dropped my YouTube channel, so you guys can do well to follow me on the YouTube, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, watch some videos, like the videos, comment, make it engaging, just as we are doing here as well. Okay. We have a lot of high impact news this week. Finley Nicholson, yes, correct. Let's see. Let me just try to scroll down if I have any question. It wasn't a surprise the dollar did this from Harlan Barney. Okay. Luke Hamilton, did you take any trade today? No, but you can see what I'm looking out for. I have a couple of trades I'm eyeing, right? So I'll keep you guys updated. I have some trades I'm eyeing, so probably tomorrow I might probably just say, oh, I've taken this trade, I've taken that trade and whatnot, right? So I'll give you feedback on that tomorrow, right? We'll see how that goes. Okay, what else again? Let's see, what else again? More comments from you guys. Let me see. I'm actually looking for the Euro USD sales entry. Yeah, that's what I'm looking out for as well. So patience, it's all about patience in this business. Jason said, yeah, it's all good. We'll wait until you are done viewing charts. Okay, no problem. I'm just scroll down a bit. I can't really see questions from you guys, just some questions. Griselda said, can you also check the pound dollar? Okay, we just did that. So I'm just scrolling down on your comments, so I might be a bit behind. Ash said, I'm interested, man. Okay, if you're interested, I believe that is the bootcamp. I've dropped a link. Also, not the bootcamp. Bootcamp, we have a bootcamp that was 3 weeks, is rounding up this week. All right, so for the 5 days class, I've dropped the link and I'll drop the link again. So Ashley, you can sign up for the link. Sign up for the 5 days class, sorry, using the link. It's just $37. $37 is a token. It's, I believe, more or less a meal, right? So you can sign up. We are plenty here. We're a lot of people here. I don't know how many people here. I just want a handful of people for the 5 days class so I can attend to everybody. We'll also be put in the Telegram group. We'll have sessions like this where we'll break down everything from the beginner's point of view to the advanced. So we're going to walk you through to the story of price action. You're going to understand the movement of price much better. You're going to understand support and resistance, how to identify them, how to draw them, and so on. You're also going to understand how to combine fundamentals and technicals together. And that's what we're going to be doing in the 5 days class coming up 21st of this month, August, to the 25th, right? So you have good time to sign up now. Once I have my numbers, then we'll lock up the section. Okay, so this is the link again for the 5 days class. You can do what to subscribe. Stan said, will the training be online? Yes, it's going to be online. The training is going to be fully online. Okay. And Riley Khan said, what do you think the NFP will be on Friday? I don't like to make predictions. The NFP could be telling you it is good, but meanwhile, the market could go another way. By the way, for the NFP, if you check history for past few months, I think all the way to last year, May, thereabout, it has been good, but that doesn't mean the dollar has been bullish all the time, right? So check on the past news for the dollar, for the NFP, first Friday, more or less, and you'll see the pattern there. But even with the pattern, the market will always go down before going up and so on. So I'm not one on predictions and one on reaction. Let the markets react, and then I'll just follow through at the end of the day. Okay, Catalina or said, where's the link, man? Okay, I've dropped the link. I just dropped the link again, so you can get the link for the training class, right? 5 days where we break everything down. And then during the 5 days class, I like to have like a sort of consultation where we find out what issues exactly you are having, and then we can treat it. That's where we'll be having some support in our Telegram group. We have like a support section where we help you some more, apart from the class we're going to be having every day. We help you out some more for support. Tell us your issues. We share your charts with us. We look at your charts. We try to look at where to enter on your chart, because at the end of the day, even if you understand where I'll be looking at and how I look at the market, you will still be trading your own chart. That means I will still be doing it differently. We'll look at your charts, we'll help you to break it down and so on. Okay. Sarah West said, I like the way you simplify your analysis. Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. Osvaldo Gill said, I avoided trading the yen pair last week. It was crazy. The pullback was extremely crazy as well for the yen as well. It more or less pulled back everything. Okay. Let me see some other comments I had from you guys as well. Andrew said, yeah, this is why you have to use proper risk management for these trades. Exactly. And that's why for the 5 days training, there will be also a class where we'll dive strictly into risk management, how to minimize your losses and also how to maximize your profit, because you must understand the loss aspect and then also the profit aspect as well. Okay. Let me see some other comments as well. Can you do an analysis on Bitcoin for Bo Ellison? Yes, we can. So let me just jump into Bitcoin, clean this up. First of all, this is the Bitcoin here from the hourly time frame, right? From the hourly time frame, if you look very well, it's already pushing downwards, as you can see, because it's pushing downwards, right? And you can also check the bigger picture from the daily. This is the daily over here. The bigger picture, it broke out of this triangle here, and then now it is sitting on this area here. So I'm going to show you something quickly. Resistance, mess this area up, a little bit of resistance. Now we're sitting at this area of support. Now it could bounce or break from here on a daily time frame, right? So we're looking out for more information from this Bitcoin. At the same time, on the hourly time frame, you see what we have here. On the hourly time frame, it's already looking down. So as looking down, we have here as support, which is where it is struggling with. I won't enter here because the profit here is too tight. I would prefer the market to pull back to this area here, which if I get an entry here to sell, I'll be expecting to drop all the way down, which will give me a good reward. And as I said, in the 5 days classes, we'll be talking about risk management with respect to minimizing the losses and then maximizing the profit. If you enter over here for a sell, you're not maximizing because the profit is rather small. If you enter here, the stop loss will just be above somewhere here. And this is the size of your take profit from here to here. You have a massive take profit, which is a fantastic reward at the end of the day. So this is the Bitcoin. If you want to sell like me, more, I would like to sell here. If you want to buy, you can't buy here. You probably buy where it is over here. So you wait for it to come back here for you to buy. I would always show you where to buy and where to sell on every chart. Then it's up to you to decide on what you want to do. That's the Bitcoin for you, and that is for Bo Ellison. Let's see other comments coming from you guys. Boom. I don't think that pullback is coming from Toby. Well, that is a thought process. It might come, it might not come. Who knows? I don't know. Euro AUD, Pound AUD, I was expecting a heavy pullback like that. But we got a very heavy pullback, and not even a pullback, it took out the whole thing. I wasn't expecting that. So it's not what you think, it's what the market does. So you wait for the market to do its thing, and then we follow through. That's it. Okay. Julian, where do you think the price is going to come down to for which one? Sorry, I must be behind on your comments, obviously. So maybe you could. That's why I like, you see, that's why I like when we have like our mentorship session, like the bootcamp or 5 days class or whatever, because it will be in real time, because I think the comments are coming in too much. So I'm a bit behind on the comments, so I'm reading something that you said in the past. So for Toby, I'm not really sure what you're talking about for the pullback, but pullback on any instrument might come and it might not come. Julian, you said, where do you think the price is going to come down to? Can't really remember which instruments you are referring to. So guys, it will be good for you guys to join me on the next session I'm having. That will be on the 21st of this month, August. That's about roughly 20 days from now. It's just 37 days. Best to sign up now and book your seat, and we would address everything here and help you guys out. Let me see any other comments from you guys. Edwin Gunter said, how is the bootcamp anyway? The bootcamp is good. Guys are picking up very fast. And that's what I always say. Our bootcamps, our mentorship is a way for you to accelerate your trading. So guys are picking up fast. Guys are coming up with their own charts, meaning that after we explain to them, they're coming up with charts that obviously look like mine, meaning that they have learned a lot and they're still learning and they're still growing. What we try to do in our bootcamp, our 5-day sessions, our mentorship sessions, especially when we have the longer ones, what we're trying to do is to give you the education that you need for you to be able to stand alone. Meaning that what happens after the training? What happens after the bootcamp? What happens after the mentorship? What happens? You're going to continue to grow because you already have the knowledge. And that's why we always say, what we try to do is to show you how to catch fish and not to give you fish. We show you how to catch fish, and of course that lasts for a longer period of time. Okay. Let me see some other comments. Joyce said, with thousands here, man. I really don't know. This platform, Trading Live, doesn't allow me to see the numbers. I really don't know how many people are here. I know I'm seeing different comments from different people, new names. I'm seeing some names I'm used to and so on. But as you said, thousands might be here, okay? But then if you join the classes, just the quiet classes that we have, like the next one coming up 21st, of course, I don't believe we'll be up to 1,000, right? So the numbers that we have will be much, but at the same time, it will be a little corner where we can easily attend to your comments, your questions, and so on, and it will help everybody out. Okay. Is GJ coming down? I really don't know. I will maybe we could pop and look at the GJ. Let me clean this up and look at GJ. GJ, where are you? Okay, here, GJ. Let's drag it in, and this is GJ. You said, is GJ coming down? I really can't say it's coming down. This what is happening now. It's ranging here. And this is what we had last week that we talked about. Now, last week we had this major drop, and then look, everything was reversed. Everything was reversed, meaning that GJ was not playing around on the pullback. So it was not just a pullback, because normally you'd have expected to have a pullback up to this area here, right? Where from this area here, you'd have been looking for shots. And you can see you had this week over here, reacted here, but on the come up here, you're expecting to get some reaction, price action for trigger, and then take it back down. But just sliced through and then went all the way, reversed everything on the chart. So that's why I personally always say I don't use pending orders. I don't say pending orders here to touch trade. I want to see a reaction. That's from my ART, A-R-T. And that's what we normally teach for everybody to understand so that you don't have unnecessary losses. I have too many comments. I need to scroll down. I would like to round up soon. Sorry if I'll be rounding up a bit earlier than usual. I'm still trying to sort out my things. I'm a guy, so I'm sure the guys will understand what I'm about to say compared to the ladies. I'm a guy, so we like pack up last minute. I said I'll be traveling tomorrow. It's about 6:35 a.m. here. That's Pacific time in BC, British Columbia, Canada. So I have to start doing some packing up. I might have to probably get to the mall and probably get one or two things last minute. That's a guy thing. I try not to do that, but I don't know. It's what I'm used to. Okay. We'll be rounding up in a few minutes. Guys, join me in the next class. Sign up and you get 30 days access to my trading course. The trading course goes for about $197. That's about $200. So you get that for free for 30 days. That helps your learning even the more. And then also you because we're not going to have 1,000 people there. 1,000 people would be nice, obviously, but we're not going to have up to 1,000 people there. We're just going to have a handful of people for $37. So it's best for you to sign up and join us there as soon as possible. News 15 minutes after opening. Ada Kenan, I don't understand what you're saying. The news that we have is coming up in the next 24 minutes. I'm just reading your comments here, so let me just scroll down. Okay, I think I've got it to the bottom now, which is good. Somebody said, any ideas on USD-JPY? We just looked at the USD-JPY not too long ago. Okay. Gustav Hart said, hi, just joined. Are we waiting for sell in gold? And when? Please reply. Let's look at gold. I don't think we have looked at gold today. And don't forget, what we're doing here is for educational purposes, not for form of signal. So I'll show you the areas for probably the buy and sell on gold. Then you decide on what you want to do. But please take note, it's not to be used as a form of signal. You must know how to calculate your risk, your volume, your lot size, how to manage your trades, and so on. And as I said, we're going to be doing in the next class, 5 days class coming up on the 21st of this month, August to the 25th. So price now is at the area of support. Support, this is where price is. So I'm going to show you where to buy and where to sell. If you want to buy, this is the place to buy, where it is. So wait for your entry, what you would probably consider your entry trigger. Wait for it over here to buy. If you want to sell, right, this is area of support, as you can see, area of support. The price can get here, and then you can look for areas to sell here. I'm not a big fan of it because the profit is not that much. Or you can wait for price to get here, where you have some bunch of resistance here. You can see some resistance, support here, resistance. I rather prefer price to get here on the gold. This is gold 1 hour, XAU USD. Price gets here, I wait for my reaction and then my trigger, and then I take it down, and then it gives me more profit. So I've shown you where to buy, which is here. If you're looking forward to buying, this is it. If you're looking forward to selling, this is it over here. Okay, so I've shown you where to buy, where to sell. It's up to you to decide on what you want to do. If you're a trend trader or becomes a trend trader, then you should know what to do. As a matter of fact, this trend or this market that you have in front of you from this hourly time frame is, for me, it's not an uptrend, it's not a downtrend, it's ranging. Too many sideways movements at the end of the day. Okay, so that is for gold for the person that asked, and that was Gustav Hart. So don't forget, I'm not telling you to buy, I'm not telling you to sell. I'll show you where to buy, where to sell, and then you could follow suit and do it. And if you're going to understand risk management, understand that what we do here is strictly for educational purposes, not to be used as form of signal. Okay. Mason said price broke the range on NASDAQ, but no trade. Okay. Okay, that's good. I'd have loved to pop up a chart on the NASDAQ, but I want to round up now. Can you look at NAS 100? Guys, do this because I think a few of you are talking about the NAS, Dow Jones, and so on. You can chat me up on Instagram. You can chat me up on Instagram as well, right? Chat me up on Instagram, and then I could prepare a chart for you, whether it's on the NASDAQ or whether it's on the Dow Jones or S&P. This is me on Instagram. Chat me up on Instagram. And that's what I say, join us in the classes. And when you join us in the classes, we'll have enough time. But apart from the time, excuse me, I was stretching. Still early in the morning here. So apart from the sessions we're going to be having for the 5 days class, what we tend to do in all our sessions, whether it's the bootcamp or 5 days class or full mentorship or one-on-one, apart from classes that we have like this, on our group section, we use that for support, for troubleshooting, like on Telegram and so on. So once you sign up for the $37 next 5 days class coming up, right, then you'll be added to the group, Telegram group, and then from there, we will proceed with troubleshooting, with support, with other questions, chats that you need assistance with, and so on. So I've dropped my Instagram. Do well to reach out to me on the Instagram, and I'm going to drop the bootcamp, or rather the class link as well. So you can sign up. That's the class link as well. You can sign up to it. 5 days coming up on the 21st to 25th, just $37. Right. So guys, I'm running up now. Tomorrow I won't be here. I will be in transit. So next time I'll be chatting you guys, I'll be somewhere in the UK. If anybody here is in the UK can chat me up. Most times I normally say where you guys are connecting to me from. I would like to know where we are over here. So if you are somewhere in the UK, you can chat me up probably on my Instagram. I'll obviously be in London. I have family there. So you can chat me up there. We could meet up, have a coffee, time permitted, or just hop on a Zoom call, have a Zoom video call, or whatever the case may be, and just talk about the business generally. Right. So I want to say thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for joining me. It has been a good one, obviously. And of course, we'll catch you guys same time next time at another time. Thank you guys. Trade safely. Make sure your stop loss is on the charts, right? Meaning that your stop loss should be the feasible one. It should be on the chart. Don't have the mental stop loss. People have mental stop loss where they don't place it, but they see the stop loss is going to be here. But when it gets there, they don't close it manually. So have your stop loss on the charts. This week is going to be volatile. So it's best to have a minor loss than to have a major loss, right? And then also make sure that your risk management is well calculated. Your volume, your lot size is well calculated based on your account balance. Everybody would have different account balances on their live accounts, or maybe even the demo. But I focus more on the live because you should be trading live now. So you have different account balances on your live account. So make sure you know how to calculate your risk management. If you don't, join us for the next class and we will help you out. Thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of the day and goodbye for now. Cheers.